What's up, guys? It's me, Amy, back with another chat. What's up, guys? I hope everyone's doing amazing today. I wanted to get on here and talk about letting go and just let God. Giving in to God, surrendering it all, and being completely dependent on Him and whatever He wants for your life. Not what you want, not what you completely desire, because He does care about the desires of our heart, but fully trusting that He will take care of you. He is such a good Father that loves you, cares about you, knows exactly what you need, may not necessarily be exactly what you want, which is hard because we think of these great things in our life that we really want, and we think that this will make me happy. Once I get this, like everything's gonna change. But God knows what you need. And like a real father, you should be able to trust Him. Trust that He has the best intentions in mind for you in your life. Are you somebody who has been hyper independent for a lot of their life? Maybe you grew up in a way where if you didn't go get it, you were never gonna get it. Like if you didn't go out and grind, if you didn't go out and work for it, you were never gonna have anything. You didn't have somebody to always help you, to give you a handout. You didn't maybe have a parent or a sibling or someone that you could rely on to take care of things. You've always had to make your own decisions, or else you were not gonna have anything. Like, oh, well, my rent needs to be paid. I gotta go figure this out. You know, or I don't wanna be stuck being poor forever. I gotta go figure this out. Me, I grew up really poor, like dirt poor, rats in the house, single parent, only child. My mom really struggled a lot with her mental health. She was bipolar, schizophrenic, and had depression really bad. Living off of, like welfare, SSI, food stamps, whatever you want to call it. And inside of me, I always knew that I was meant for more in life. I always wanted more. Yes, it would be easy to just live off the system like my mom did, get free money. But that's not something that I wanted to do. I didn't want to sit there and finesse the system. I wanted to work hard. I wanted more in life. I wanted to achieve more. I wanted to be more, do more, see more. And for me to get anything, I love my mom so much. She helped me out so much. But she just either mentally couldn't do it, didn't know how to do it, didn't have the resources for it, definitely didn't have the money. She helped me out as much as she could. But realistically, like, I wanted more than she could help me with. So ever since I was young, I've had to figure out how to do things on my own. My mom didn't know how to do a lot of things. I remember I bought my first car. I was 18 years old and I didn't have a license. I didn't have any credit. I didn't have a co-signer because my mom had terrible credit and nobody else in the family would, help me out. But I was able to get the car myself because I worked really hard at my Subway job, making sandwiches, and I saved up all my money and I got it. And I just knew that if there was anything else, I'd have to figure it out, whether it is jobs, finding a home, everything. And I say all that to say this: I know how hard it is when you are a very hyper independent person, or even just an independent self-made person, to be able to give it all over to God, to fully be able to be dependent on somebody else. Because I'm assuming that if you're like me, everyone that you've tried to depend on in your life has probably let you down. Now, considering that all humans have let you down, physical beings that you could see, talk to, trust, if they let you down, how in the heck are you going to be able to trust a supernatural figure like God? And that's something that I'm going through right now. For the first time in my life, I am being fully dependent on God. Being fully dependent on anybody, ever since I was like a kid, where I had to be dependent on my mom. I went through my life so many times, like so independent, I'm so self-made, like everything I got is because I got it myself. Like I was one of those people who always talked like that, always said that. That song, who is it by Webby? It's like INDEPENDENT. That was my song in high school. Or like when I was 18 or something like that. Like that was my song. Like she got her own house, she got her own car. Even though I didn't have my own house in high school, but like when that song came out, that always resonated with me because unlike my friends, who had their parents helping them, giving them cars, giving them tuition money to go to college, like I didn't have these things. And now I would never resonate with the term self-made. I am God-made. I have career goals and career ideas and things that I want to do and a certain amount of money that I want to make. Right now, I'm currently unemployed as of the last 2 weeks, and I'm giving it all to God right now. I'm trusting that He is going to take care of me. He is going to guide me, direct me, and I know whatever plan He has for me, although it may not be what I would like it to be, will be more fulfilling. It will be more successful if it's through Him. I could go out and get a job today, most likely, doing what I've been doing, working in healthcare, and I don't want to do that anymore. I begged God for a new job while I was in my old one. I'll do a whole story about it. And He finally set me free from that job. Of course, I had to get fired and I didn't have a backup, but that's okay. But I begged Him to get me out of there. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go down. Right now, I'm at this clean slate with God where I know that everything positive that transpires from here on out, with me surrendering my life, my career, my relationships, my income, my finances, etc., over to Him, I know that it's going to be from Him. Being fully dependent on some supernatural being that you can't even see. If I told somebody who doesn't understand this, they would think I was insane. But if you know, you know. And one thing about God is He will put in work, and He will make something so much more amazing than anything you could possibly even dream up. So if you're sitting here struggling, trying to figure out your career, what you're going to do next, if it's like giving you anxiety, give it up to Him. Struggling in a relationship, give it up to Him. Give everything to God. Anything that you're concerned about, anything that you're worried about, anything in general, give it to Him. Well, if I give it to Him, I might end up like you, Amy, with no job. Yes, this is true. I know it's only been 2 weeks, but God's given me enough money so far. He has provided for me, like a father would, enough for at least the next 2 months. So I don't have to worry. This is a time where I am taking to get so close to my Father. I have struggled to trust, men in my life, growing up without a father. It was hard for me at first to be fully submissive to a quote unquote, God we assume would be a man, like associated with being a man, a he. So at first it was hard for me to just submit to some man. Like I've never had a father figure. I never really known what that is. Like I met my dad, like 8 years ago as an adult. He never raised me. He never brought me up. He didn't show me what it's like to have a dad. And through this tight connection that I'm forming with the Lord, I'm learning what it's like to have a dad, to have an actual father. It's insane. But giving up and trusting God will probably be one of the hardest things you'll ever do, but one of the most rewarding. Isn't it exhausting having to always figure out everything by yourself? It all falls on you. What am I going to do next? It's so overwhelming. Like you can't even focus on just living when you have to figure out what your next plan is, how you're going to do this. You pay the rent for 1 month. Sometimes you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay it for the next month, and you just paid it today. Today's the 1st. Okay, well now how am I going to pay it for June 1st, With giving my whole life to God, surrendering everything over to Him, I have never felt more peace. It's insane. I've never felt peace in my life. Like up until last year, I surrendered and I got saved. Was the first time in my life that I've ever felt unconditional peace. Like what a blessing. Glory to God. Trusting Him in this time is scary for me because I don't know what's going to happen. I have this idea in my mind that I really want to transition from healthcare into tech. I really want to become a project manager. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from, but it came up in my head and I'm like, that's what I want to do. I just like the freedom of the job. I like the freedom. I like leading teams. I think that's the only 2 things that I really like about that. I like the idea of it. I don't know. And today I was talking to God and I'm kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, maybe I don't want to do project management. It's been in my head for so long, you guys, that I've been focused on it, wanting to do it. So many things about that job that just align with my dream career. And a thought came to me, why put a limit on God? Hello, why settle for that? Maybe I will become that, maybe I won't. I'm in college for it right now, but that doesn't mean I have to do it. Why settle for something when you could have something so much better? If I was on my own accord right now, since being fired, the first thing I would do is go back and start applying for jobs in the healthcare field that I just came out of. And I would continue to just pursue what I think I would like. If you continue to pursue things that you think you're going to like that aren't meant for you and not meant for your will, you're not going to be happy. Hence why I was not happy in my healthcare job and don't want to go back to it and don't want to do that again. I went and got that job on my own accord. This is my first time in my life that I have actually surrendered over everything to God. Like in these last couple of months, I have been surrendering everything. And I literally just officially surrendered my career over to God after getting so anxious, applying for jobs, not hearing anything back, letting it stress me out, getting so absorbed in it, idolizing it, putting it on a pedestal. How if I get this new job, that's when I'm going to finally be free. That's when I'm going to finally enjoy my life. That's when I'm going to finally be able to do everything that I wanted to do. No, stop doing that. Put your trust in God. It's not a freedom job. It's a freedom God. He's the one that is going to set you free. He's the one that is going to guide you. I don't want to do things on my own anymore. I want to be a passenger princess to my Father in heaven, God. I want to be a passenger princess where my Father just aligns me and directs me and tells me what to do and everything works out. Yes, there's going to be trials. Yes, there's going to be hard times, but you're going to learn. God has taught me so much about myself in this last year that I've known him. I literally started my journey, my faith journey, March 2024, and my growth has been exponential. I am becoming the woman that I have dreamt of becoming. There's always room for growth. There's always going to be more that you can do. Don't ever stop growing. Depending on God is freedom, you guys. It is peace. Be a passenger princess. Let your Father lead you. And I know it's hard for those who have grown up independent, always doing their own thing, to give up control. Just let go and see where things take you. See what happens. Oh my gosh, if you told me, I'd say even 6 months ago, that I would be seeing what happens and just trusting that things are going to work out for me. I live in San Francisco. My rent is $1,700. I have no income coming in. Like, to say the least, on top of, all the other bills, car payment, car insurance, which is now through the roof for whatever reason. It is terrifying, but I am at peace with it. Sorry, my camera died. Every time I'm starting to feel doubt, worry, fear, I give it to God. I give it to my Father. I bring it to him and I talk to him, and that brings us closer. God, I'm worried. God, I know you got it. Please put me at peace, And if you need to, ask God for reassurance. Ask him to reassure you. Ask him to give you a sign. Ask him, God, what do you want me doing? Just know that if you put it all to God, you surrender it all, he is going to take things out of your life. He is going to remove those distractions. He's going to remove those things that are not meant for you, those things that are not on your path to his will. There's going to be a change. But that's the thing. We want a change. Give up the control, girl or guy, and let your Father do his job. Whatever he has for you is going to be better than anything that you could think of, dream up, imagine. He knows you better than you even know yourself. He knows what is going to fulfill you. Yeah, you could go get that new job. Yeah, you could go get that new partner, new house, new city. But are you going to feel fulfilled, or are you going to feel the same way you're feeling now? Just trust. And when you're feeling worried, talk to him about it. Let him know. It's okay to be honest with Father God that you are doubting. It's okay, because there's going to be doubts. It's okay to feel those things. That's normal. But why should you have to be stressed out and trying to figure out everything on your own all the time? As a hyper-independent girly, I get it. As a person who didn't grow up trusting a father figure, I get it. At least try it. See where it goes. Watch videos on YouTube. There's a lot of people on here who talk about how they just gave their full trust and just surrendered over to God and everything worked out 20 times better. If you're trying to find a job, give it to God. I see all these videos of these people who had like these qualifications they really wanted for their dream jobs, and they wrote them all down, and God gave them even more. Like literally a job, like they apply for a job and say it only pays like $40 an hour and they wanted 50, they'll apply for the job and the job will somehow give them 60, even though it said it was only 40. Like, it's insane. Like, the testimonies are amazing. Like, if you're feeling doubtful, watch some testimonies. Pray to God. Seek counsel from your church if you have one. Don't stop believing and don't stop trusting. Give up the control. Be dependent on your Father and know that he's going to take care of you. I'm choking on my spit, so I think that's time to go. Love you.